set to get this one underway. And he's going to bring it out. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. What a great group of receivers they run out there, and a staunch, stout defense they'll be running into. Jesse, how are they going to get open? How does this defense keep them in check?
Well, I think one thing this receiving group knows to have success in this game against this defense is it's going to take all of them. It's not just going to be one guy making all the plays. They're all going to have to be able to step up and, David, take advantage of their own individual one-on-one opportunities when those chances come their way.
Well, and I think that's what's good about this offense. Their strength in numbers. It's not just one guy that you can take away. There's several receivers that can make plays. That stresses the defense. Like, find the weakness, go after him. That guy can win. So it'll be a fun individual matchup.
Going to swing it on second down. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
One thing you know about this defense, they have got a pass rush, and you cannot be predictable, especially when it comes to throwing the football. There is too much athleticism and length up front on this defensive line and in their front seven, and they register a sack early here on only the second play of the game.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
Well, you love to see this on the first drive of the game, right? Third down, go back to the old faithful, the slant pass, something you put in on day one install back in spring practice. Executed perfectly, keep this drive alive.
Looking downfield on first down. They'll run the screen. He works his way across the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41.
Gotta love this play call early in the football game. Like, the quarterback, get in a rhythm, run a screen play, get it to a playmaker, create some space, move the sticks, get a first down. Nice start for this offense.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Keeps it on the draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. The run to the left. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
The 7th play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. Got his man downfield. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
Well, this guy obviously spent a lot of time in the film room this week because he is dissecting this defense early in the game in the opening drive. Great job with his eyes, great job with his rhythm, an explosive play there. This defense does not have an answer for this dude.
They made the defense pay with that last big chunk of yardage. Now 1st and 10 from the 30. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now as the whole playbook's open, the defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Here's the handoff. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. Running back searching for a hole. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Give to the running back. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Goodness, that happened fast. He was in the backfield before the ball was even snapped.
Oh, man, adrenaline pumping, heart beating a little faster. There is some intensity on that one. 12th play of the opening drive coming up, but now this marathon faces a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. They're working that left side. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
4th and short? I already called my 3rd down play, knowing I was going for it on 4th down. So you better believe I got the play locked and loaded. We're going for it on 4th down.
And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed, he's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him, and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. 2 NFL guys going at it to see who's going to take home the prize.
Back to pass. Quick strike complete. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. A strike downfield. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
First down for this offense. From the gun. Give on the inside. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Finds his tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too, understanding the situation. It's 3rd down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up 4th down.
And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He'll do it himself on the draw. Picks up the first down, still moving. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there.
And when you're a quarterback, you have to sell past. You have to get your eyes down the field, the ball in your hand like you're ready to throw the football. Now I quickly hand it to the running back. You could see it worked, and the running back did the rest. The defense was thinking pass all the way. What a nice game.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
When you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Grabbed in the middle. It's Parks. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Trying to get the edge on the toss. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield.
At 3rd and 2, you're usually thinking maybe something's going off tackle up the middle. They run the toss. How about the defense? Great job setting the edge, sprinting to the football, getting multiple hats there, getting the guy on the ground, stopping him short, causing a 4th down.
They bring the punter onto the field now. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. The give to the single back. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it. They reacted right away. Got the running back on the ground immediately.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Williamson. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Working that left side now. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
A lot of times on 2nd down, you're thinking pass, especially 2nd, maybe in a little bit long. Really good job by the offense, committing to the running game, getting the 1st down really easily.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. They'll ride the hot hand. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Back to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Oh, my goodness. I mean, the huge opportunity. He throws the deep ball down the field right in the breadbasket, and he drops it. There's no coming back from that one. There's nothing nice to say. Just refire, play the next play.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Quarterbacks and receivers have got to be on the same page with respect to hot routes and sight adjustments. And those always happen when DBs come blitzing and they come running free like that. You can't put that one on the offensive line. That's on the QB and his receiver not being on the same page.
So they'll send out the field goal unit. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. And it slips just inside that right upright. The lead now 6 here in the 2nd.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Handoff to the single back. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They'll go right back to him. It's a seam wide open. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Leaves it with the back. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
Hey, good job by the defense. The defense clearly knew where they were going with the football. Double coverage out wide, making sure they don't give up a touchdown to that guy. Nice job by the defense.
Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
The kick is on its way. He'll take it on the return. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll run it from the gun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
To the air on second down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Oh, he got loose. Ridden out of bounds at the 45, a big play for this offense. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
To the air on first down. Got his man on the right. And a sweet catch and a nice gain gets it down to the 30-yard line.
And this defense, they have got to get better in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, this offense might hang 50 on you by the end of the game.
From the 30-yard line on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
They're in the red zone. First and 10 from the 20. Running the red zone. It's Tyson. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Williamson. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Lets it slip right through his hands, and it'll be fourth down after the rare drop from this dude.
You're not going to see that happen too often. The quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play, and he dropped it.
And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. They're now up 9-0.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's Fields. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. He'll start this drive going to the air. Fires to the tight end. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Quick handoff. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets two. He's down at the 21.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
All things considered, he's probably lucky to be back to the line of scrimmage.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
And here comes the punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Quick release by the QB. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, the play fake on the RPO bought the receiver some time to work himself open on the route. That was a man-to-man coverage on the defense. Nice job by the receiver putting his foot in the ground and separating.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. The RPO, it's complete. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
One of the nice things about RPOs is that it's a slow developing mesh between the QB and running back, and that allows these receivers time to get vertically downfield and work their routes. You saw it right there on that play.
Quickly to the tight end.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
Here comes the offense on second down. Wants to go up top. Finds his big tight end. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
The offense knocking on the door, first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Made a defender miss. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
Man, is it nice to be able to hand the football to a guy that can break tackles, that can make something out of nothing. Just, it makes it so much easier on offense. You can hit that big play, the big home run. Just the ability to break tackles can make a back really special.
We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Can the D deny them on second and goal? They'll go with a direct snap. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. How many chances can you afford to waste in the red zone? They've already been stopped twice. Can they come through this time? It's third and goal. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
Fourth down here, it's still early in the game. I'm not chasing points. Take the field goal, pay this drive off.
And they have analytical cards nowadays that says the exact situation, what the score is, do you go for it or not? Look at the card, make the decision.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Oh, they're after him. Fires to the big fella. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on first down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
And now on second down for this offense. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down.
I love the play call there, too, because second and short, defense is thinking you might run it. So you try to catch him off guard with the pass. Nothing there. Even if you throw an incompletion, you're going to have a chance to run it the very next play, but doesn't matter. This guy's just so athletic himself. He's able to go get the first. Let's get a fresh set of downs.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, that looked like he was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. This time it's complete. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. And this guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his man in the middle.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Clock's still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Got his man in the middle. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Boys, you never quite know what to expect there in Cincinnati, and we've had a lively first half. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the home of Bearcats football since 1902.
They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Line getting set on second down. Looking to fire. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Hit as he throws. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Well, this offense did a lot of good things there in the first half. It wouldn't surprise me if they punt this one away after that incompletion on 3rd down. They do have the lead. I think you've got to put some trust in your defense here to not give up any points and get you the ball back.
The punt team makes its way onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. The give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Off the boot, looking for his man. Finds the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover. Pick up the first.
Well, it's a nice job, too, the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Finding an escape route. There he goes. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
Now, how about that defense in the backfield? Nowhere to go right away. You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and got the tackle for a loss.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Bought a little time, lets it go. Got a man, it's Parks. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Tight end finds a soft spot. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. Turning on the Jets. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
Well, your defense is going to have to turn the page quickly. Not only did you just give up a 4th down run, but you gave up an explosive play, and now they've got the ball down close to your goal line. You're going to have to play big-time football here with your back against the wall.
And guys, this has been a defensive struggle, but now on 1st and goal, a chance for the first touchdown of the game. Slams into the end zone for a touchdown.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
He'll try to tack on one more. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. A 67-yard touchdown drive there, and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be dragged down. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Running into the open space. He'll go out of bounds, but a solid pickup on the run.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough in the point of attack.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Quick release on the RPO. Turning it on. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Wants to throw on first down. Snagged out of the air. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Looking for space. It's Tyson. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
Second down, he'll throw it. Quickly out to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Third down play from the gun. The sure hands, it's Williamson. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
They get him off his feet after a pickup of 5 down to the 25.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this 3rd and short. Try to get it to the edge. Finds a little space. Wide open spaces. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. With the run on 1st and goal. And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on 1st down.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take it.
And he'll take it in for a touchdown. That touchdown was a clinic in keeping your offense on the field and wearing the other defense out.
Sometimes your best defense is your own offense, being able to stay on the field. You're absolutely right, Reese. That was a clinic. Running the ball, playing at great rhythm and pace, QB making good, smart decisions, and not shooting yourselves in the foot. No penalties, no turnovers. It doesn't get any better than that last drive.
Getting set for the point after. And after the extra point, they're on top by 12. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Fields. He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Makes the grab, it's Parks. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Wants to fire on second down. Got it in the middle, it's Parks. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're about to do?
They bring the punter onto the field now. They'll have to punt for the fourth time today. Wants to bring it back. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. They'll move the wide receiver. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Hauls it in. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Less than a yard to go to pick up the first down. Going with the counter play here. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's third down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
Did everything he could to discard the tacklers, but he was just able to get back to where he started.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
And here comes the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking to throw on first down. The quick out. He'll work his way up to the 24-yard line before being shoved out of bounds.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route. And this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Second down coming up. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
Gain of 20. First down for the offense.
And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Using his legs, it's Rivalry. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to to go in this one?
I think at this point of the game now in the second half, down by as many points as they are, it's going to be really hard for the offense to sprinkle in the run. They tried it there, it didn't work. I think you got to be thinking about the passing game now and start trying to identify playmakers out on the perimeter of the field that can get you back in this game.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Well, the problem for this offense now late in the game, trailing by a bunch of points, is that the defense knows they're going to throw the football. And right now, offensively, they cannot protect the edge. You saw the speed coming from the outside. He was able to get to the quarterback for another negative play.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop them right here. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Fires to the tight end. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a 1st down.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the 4th quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
You open a drive like that, and you've got some operating room. It's 1st down from the 38. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Makes the grab. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. They go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Off play action. Quickly complete. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
And that's what the running game can do for an offense. You run the football, you have some success. Then what do? You stick the ball out there, you pull it back, you run some play action, you complete the football, get a 1st down. Nice balance by this offense.
The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. He's loose. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here.
And there's nothing more demoralizing for a defense than when you're losing, you know they're going to run the football, they're trying to run the clock, and you can't stop them. They've got to be more aggressive, bring more guys to the line of scrimmage. They got to stop this ground game and get the...
Oh, he's got some space. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
Trying to slam in. And yes, he's in the end zone for the touchdown. Precision separation, blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The run from the shotgun. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Parks. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double-team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Looking downfield on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Hey, down in the fourth quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
To the air on first down. Fires to the big fella. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Back to pass on second down. Finds his tight end. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground.
And that is a different collision. When you're trying to hit the tight end after he catches the football, this ain't a 185-pound wide receiver. Most of these guys, 240, 250, 260, try to go low, take out those ankles. And you see a lot of times that's when they hurdle or they're used to it too. But those big, strong athletes are hard to get to the ground.
Right on the money. A solid pickup, and he goes out of bounds at the 30.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this offense get positive yards.
Going up top again. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. They'll send the tight end in motion. He leaves it with the back. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes a catch, converts on fourth down, is still on his feet. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And they get nothing. The ball remains at the 2-yard line.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
Now the play fake. Fires to the end zone. Makes the catch and gets the score.
Yeah, I love the little play-action fake. You get inside the 5, you're thinking run as a defense, come up, be physical, and they slip those guys right behind you, throw it over the top of you. Man, those are tough to defend. Nice little play action by this offense.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
Smashes it through for the PAT. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Reads it, fires complete. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the 4th quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Quarterback on the keeper. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Tyson. On the sweet spin, and he's free. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the 1st down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. The give to the back. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got his man quickly. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Well, this is kind of weird. They're not even going to try to run a play. And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook. The old kneel down from victory formation. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Sends it back in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Pocket breaking down. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A great chance to put this game away with a score here on 1st and goal. And they'll take a knee and watch this clock keep on winding its way toward a victory.